We can laugh in a crowded room and still feel entirely alone. The laughter is real. The isolation is real. We almost never ask why. When was the last time someone knew what we actually felt? Too often our conversations stay on the surface. We share facts, but rarely what's inside. Feeling genuinely connected usually requires more than physical presence. It requires a sense of being understood. When your inner experiences go unseen, proximity can heighten isolation. In some cases, the environment itself is the bottleneck. You may be reaching out to people who aren't able or willing to meet you at the depth you need. When warmth or vulnerability repeatedly goes unreciprocated, we start protecting ourselves. Over time, we naturally adapt by showing less of what we genuinely feel inside. Yet, there are also moments where genuine care is present, but an internal filter makes it difficult to fully receive or trust that warmth from others. When we pull back in receptive environments, it is often a quiet attempt to manage emotional overwhelm or protect ourselves against potential disappointment. Here is the uncomfortable part. Loneliness can come from two very different places: the people who can't meet us, or the walls we carry inside. Which one is ours? On the external path, you might feel pressure to hide your true thoughts just to fit in, maintaining a presentable mask while feeling fundamentally unseen. On the internal path, past experiences may have signaled that vulnerability carries risk, causing you to hesitate even when someone offers authentic closeness. You might notice this when a relationship begins to deepen, and a sudden urge prompts you to create distance or find reasons to pull away. In those moments, an underlying protective impulse may interpret vulnerability as potential exposure, mistaking safety for isolation before real connection forms. To justify this retreat, your focus can shift toward micro-flaws or doubts, turning minor mismatches into reasons why the relationship cannot work out. Either way, the experience can be the same: physical presence without emotional connection, leaving you isolated in the middle of a crowd. So here's the question we avoid: is this relationship shallow, or is a guard blocking the bridge? From the inside, both feel identical. That's why we confuse them. If the connection is genuinely unsafe or one-sided, setting boundaries is healthy. But if warmth is real, the wall may belong to your past. For some, early environments where expression was dismissed taught them that keeping feelings hidden was the only dependable way to stay safe. In those contexts, self-reliance may have become an important shield. But applying that same shield indiscriminately today prevents modern connections from reaching you. Bridging the gap begins with noticing the exact moment you start to mentally or physically check out during an interaction that feels slightly too close. Instead of automatically retreating, pause for 5 seconds. Naming the urge to pull away gives you space to respond intentionally rather than reactively. Staying engaged for a few extra moments can interrupt the loop. Why does staying feel harder than leaving? Because the wall that once protected us can become the wall that keeps connection out. Share one small, honest detail about your day or thoughts. Small disclosures act as low-risk tests, signaling that communication goes both ways. At the same time, seek out environments centered on shared values and depth, ensuring you are investing effort where genuine reciprocity is actually possible. Over time, experiences of authentic reciprocity can help us learn that connection does not require compromising our safety or giving up our individuality. Progress is rarely linear. It is normal to alternate between opening up in good environments and retreating when an old reflex gets triggered. Feeling alone among others is not a personal failure. It may mean your current connections, your internal habits, or both aren't meeting what you need. As you distinguish between real external barriers and internal protection, the gap between physical presence and true emotional connection begins to narrow. Belonging lives in the moments we stay present. A crowded room may still feel lonely, but when we allow ourselves to be reached and reach back, it can begin to feel different.